The Indian Air Force just resurrected 222 Squadron with its Sukhoi-30 MKI fighters. 222 Squadron will be the first Sukhoi-30 MKI-equipped squadron to operate from the Air Force Station, AFS, Thanjavur in Tamil Nadu. Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh would inaugurate the induction ceremony of Su-30 fighter squadron at the Air Force Station in Thanjavur in Tamil Nadu, Air Marshal Amit Tiwari said on Wednesday. This would be the second frontline fighter squadron of the Indian Air Force to be based in South. The newly resurrected 222 Squadron would be operationalized with BrahMos-equipped Sukhoi-30 air superiority fighter with twin-engine, the officials said. The Indian Ocean region, which is a central maritime spread, bordering 3 continents, has an important role to play in regional peace, security and prosperity. The training of the astronauts for Indian Space Research Organization's ISRO Gaganyaan mission, India's first human space mission, will start in Russia in January. Earlier, ISRO had announced that 4 astronauts have been identified for the mission. The shortlisted astronauts will receive training for 11 months. India's heaviest launch vehicle Bahubali GSLV Mark III will carry astronauts to space. Notably, the Union Cabinet has already sanctioned 10,000 crore for the Gaganyaan project. This followed the announcement made by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the Independence Day last year, stating that the Gaganyaan launch in 2022 will coincide with the 75th year of India's independence. Gaganyaan will be the first ever human space mission conceived and developed in India. With budget cuts hitting hard, the Navy is pulling back on procurement of combat systems, cutting down on the numbers planned to be acquired in some cases and foreclosing other projects that have hit a dead end. In the current budget, for example, the Navy was allocated 41,259 crore against the projected amount of 64,307 crore, which officials say is not even adequate to continue annual payments for acquisition contracts already signed. The Navy is cutting down the number of mine countermeasure vessels it wanted to acquire from the original 12 warships to 8. The contract, given on nomination to the Goa Shipyard Limited, was originally pegged at 32,000 crore, which will now be brought down. Similarly, it is planning to cut down the acquisition of Ka-31 early warning helicopters to 6, from 10. These choppers are deployed from large combatants such as the aircraft carrier to significantly increase the detection range for incoming enemy units. The massive avalanches and snow-related incidents in Pakistan and Pak touched 93, according to media reports on Wednesday, as authorities rushed to provide humanitarian aid to those hit by the harsh weather conditions in the country. Neelam Valley in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is reported to be the worst hit as avalanches continue to damage hundreds of buildings in the area, killing 66 people. Officials said that the death toll could further go up as some areas in the valley were still inaccessible due to heavy snowfall. China must rethink its hardline stance towards Taiwan, President Tsai Ing-wen said on Wednesday, as she warned the island was already independent and that any invasion would be very costly for Beijing. Tsai won a second term over the weekend with a record 8.2 million votes, an outcome that was seen as a forceful rebuke of China's ongoing campaign to isolate the self-ruled island. China's leadership had made no secret of its desire to see Tsai turfed out because she and her party refused to acknowledge their view that the island is part of a one China. Beijing regards Taiwan as its territory and has vowed to one day seize it, by force if necessary, especially if it declares independence. Pakistan's efforts to raise Jammu and Kashmir at the UN Security Council through China crumbled once again on Wednesday as most members of the top world body said it was not the place to discuss the issue. We once again saw an effort made by one member state of the UN, fail in plain view of all others, Mr. Akbaruddin told news agency. A top European diplomat said the issue should be resolved bilaterally and it was a domestic affair. The latest move by China was the third such attempt since August, when the special status granted to Jammu and Kashmir under Article 370 of the Constitution was scrapped by the government and the state was bifurcated into 2 union territories,